What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang channel. Here we talk about everything that's happening within the markets traditionally and as well as the crypto markets, but specific interest on what's happening within the Cosmos ecosystem. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the Cosmos ecosystem. But before we do, I got to give you guys a humongous shout outs and point to our channel sponsor, which is Kujira.network. If you guys don't know about Kujira.network, you definitely should. Guys, Kujira.network is the place to be if you are looking for sustainable fintech, my friends. We're so grateful that Kujira.network allows us, or helps us, I should say, helps us um, do what we do here on the IBC gang. Really, really appreciative of them. Basically, like look, I'm gonna say this. I know I say this a lot, guys, but it means so much to me. Kujira.network has been a community that just wanted to support the IBC gang channel. They just said, "Hey, Tank, we like what you're doing. No strings attached. Let's just help you a little bit. It's not much, right?" Um, but guys, I'm so appreciative of people that are trying to support the effort, right? Like it means so much. And for that, I'm internally forever and forever grateful to Kujiro.network just for showing me some love and extending an olive branch. Again, guys, it's not much. Full transparency, it's 500 a month. And it's not even that because I don't even sell the Kujira. I just, I stake it because I don't want to be sell pressured to anybody. So it's more the social investment that they did with us, and it just means a lot, guys. It means a ton. Anyway, going on and on and on, like I always do. Kujira.network has so much to do on their platform. You can check out Orca, Fin, Bao, Ghost. Check out your dashboard, stake using Blue. Guys, so much things that you can partake in when it comes to Kujira.network. Shout outs to Kujira.network. Again, really do appreciate it. What's up, Matt Mill? What's up, Matt Mill? How's your day going, buddy? Able to get this one live? Did nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I guess it has been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while, hasn't it? I got a haircut. I couldn't do the long hair anymore. I was impatient, guys, so I got a haircut. It's still not what I wanted, but we'll see. It might go even shorter because the back is just like I don't know sometimes because I don't know. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's actually get a little bit more uh, conservative with what we're talking about. Let's kind of pull it in a bit. I do want to start setting. I said this earlier this week. Next week, I want to prepare you guys. It's not going to be the same old Tank. I'm going to be a little bit more structured going forward. If you guys don't know, I did put in a request for funding for support from the AA DAO and to cover Cosmos ecosystem related content when it comes to the hub, governance, any kind of technology. Guys, I can't speak today to say. Hold on. You know what it is? Technical advancements. That's all you need. Whenever you can't speak, just drink more coffee. And then I wanted to talk about to everybody what's happening within the Cosmos on a little bit more structured kind of flow. So be prepared, guys. Hopefully, I'll still be the same old Tank. I will be the same old Tank, but hopefully, it has the same old feel. But I'm going to be a little bit more structured and more focused in the weeks to come. So let's do a little bit of practice and let's pull it in a little bit and let's just get to it as we're talking about that. The first thing I want to point out to you guys is, of course, like traditional markets, right? Like we got to talk about traditional markets. A quick Google search will show you guys basic sentiment that's happening in the traditional markets. And the reason why we cover what's happening in the traditional markets before we jump on into the crypto markets is because you got to have a better understanding. You got to have your finger on the pulse on what's happening out there fundamentally in TradeFi, in the muggle world, as I like to call it, if you're going to be at all hoping to be a long-termer in the crypto world, right? Like you just, they're correlated. You just got to. And so a quick Google search will kind of show you guys right now what is trending within Google. As you guys can see here, U.S. futures slip as Fed officials hit at a rate. Like, guys, let me just tell you guys something right here. There's a lot of people, which when I'm saying this, I'm specifically talking about the Fed, who are trying to convince you guys that, a soft landing is doable. It's like, that we are or should be preparing for a soft landing because they think that we are in a position that they can facilitate a soft landing. Let me always be the person who likes to, not financial advice, but likes to nudge you towards being a bit more conservative and protective of yourself. We already know that you can't trust most of the things that you're told from the government, right? Let alone the Fed. I want to urge you guys that if you guys haven't already taken profits from being in TradeFi over the past year, because the past year has been absolutely great when it comes to making money in TradeFi. If you guys really don't believe me, I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you guys really quickly and show you what I'm talking about here. This is let me show you guys the Dow Jones real quick. Dow Jones, the couple of the indexes. I promise you won't stay too long on it. But this is the Dow Jones daily chart using Market Cipher, right? Guys, from the low, when we saw everything kind of fall off here, from the low to where we are right now, you're up over 20%. It's like that for all index charts in the TradeFi in the regular muggle world. Again, I like saying that. Look at this. This is the NASDAQ here. Again, if I just to show you guys just an average measurement, not even from the very bottom, but we're up 43% in 276 days when it comes to TradeFi. If you guys do not think that there's not a downside risk to this and that it's only going to continuously keep going up right now, yeah, long term, you might be right. Like, that's going on a monthly and zoom out a bit. Yeah, it's always up and to the right. But there's always ebbs and flows. And right now, I will say, even though they are trying to convince you that, all looks well, things are getting better, the hurt can come in really quickly. So consider taking profits while profits are there. I don't know. Nobody knows. But if you do take profits, at least you've locked them in. You're a winner more often than you'll be a loser in this scenario. And that way, if we do fall from grace, you're prepared for it. There is a lot of looming things hanging from the tree right now that could definitely bring us down. I'm not going to get into all of them right now, but if you guys don't know, Evergrande has filed for bankruptcy, which is one of China's biggest real estate developers. It's basically all of China's real estate. If I'm being very, very honest with you guys. And if they're directly affected, it's going to affect us. Or should I say not directly affected? When they get affected, it's going to directly affect us. Again, guys, just Google search it. Look at all this. Stock market today, Dow advances, NASDAQ posts fourth straight losing day. 5 things to know before stock markets open up. Well, CNBC. Can you guys... I swear you troll these stupid things. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'll read whatever, but that's such a junky headline. If you go to, let me see here. If you go here to investing.com, let me see if I can find that. Do I have it up here? Maybe I have to click it. Let me click it real quick. Yeah, if you go to investing.com, this is investing.com. So mind you, there's going to be a bunch of ads because I'm not using Brave browser and I don't have my ad blocker and stuff like that. But this is the news, right? This is the news analyst. And yeah, just take a look at what's trending out there as far as articles. Inflation data likely to increase pressure on the Fed. September may be another difficult month for markets. Rising oil prices, yields push fund investors to money market funds. Guys, this is big. This is really, really big. I've been actually really paying attention to that money markets and like bond rates and stuff like that more than ever recently. And what I'm trying to get at to you guys right now is, right, in this time of uncertainty, the bond rates right now are looking really, really attractive to people who are holding liquidity for basically no risk. I could get into, almost 5% buying a bond in comparison to deploying my capital in other places. It's going to be hard to introduce or to convince or to attract old liquidity, new liquidity, and everything in between into the crypto markets or into the markets in general from a retail standpoint, right? Like I'm talking about like institutions and lower, right? Like there's big money that's always engaged, always being deployed, always active within the markets. But for you and I, for small businesses, smaller offices and stuff like that, like banks even, why wouldn't I just go ahead and get into a bond? Somebody tell me that, right? Somebody tell me why wouldn't they just do that? And also, I just want to say, if anybody's watching this, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, whatever, or not Twitch, Twitter, if you guys want to just send me a message I'll get you guys up here so you guys can kind of like partake in the conversation. It's always open until next week. Next week is going to be a very structured kind of flow. We're going to have talking points. We're going to stick to the talking points, and we're just going to kind of flow. This is almost like one of my last hurrah rants as far as that goes. Still going to keep my opinions of my own, right? That's not going to change. Tank is going to be Tank, but we're going to be more structured. But yeah, like that's just me. Like right now, I'm just wondering, like, why wouldn't I just get into a bond, right? Like, what is that? Actually, let me just see right here. What are bonds right now? What's the rates right now for bonds? Can I find that? Do they have it on here? Bonds. Let me see here. Hold on. Excuse me. Mm. No. Here we go. Let me go back to investing.com and kind of show you guys this real quickly. Investing.com. There's other sites that are better than that, but let me show you guys here. Do you see this section right here? Oh, no, you guys can. You see this section right here that my mouse is? It's on the right section right here. Look at these bonds, guys. Like, why wouldn't I just go there? Look at this. You know, it's kind of, I get it, right? Like, somebody needs to tell me why. Because right now, I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. And like, and to kind of flow into that before we get into, more things, I think, oh gosh, if entities within the crypto space could think about incorporating somehow, some way into that narrative, into that discussion, you guys should be running like a business. You guys should be absolutely running like a business, like a long-term investor, like an office, right? Of sorts. So just putting it out there. I think, yeah, I think they're cheap right now. I think they are offering a opportunity that seems a lot more appealing than other things that are out there right now. And so I don't know. Somebody's just gonna have to tell me why not. With that being said, let's go ahead and just quickly take a look at the charts really quickly. We're not gonna stay too long on the indexes because they are what they are, right? They are basically, all of them are up today, except for the Russell. The Dow Jones on the daily time frame is up 0.13%, basically flat, but still up. The Nasdaq is up, basically flat, but still up 0.08%. The Russell is down 0.14%. The SPX, or the S&P 500, is basically flat as well, up in the green, just barely 0.05. That could change. Obviously, it's like just a smidget above right now. So super interesting right now. Again, guys, just want to kind of chime in. If you guys took any positions here, consider taking profits. Like, just consider it. Like, right, we're still, look at the Dow Jones right now. Dow Jones, we're on this trend line right here. We're still above it. We're still doing absolutely fine. Still holding up until it doesn't. But guys, don't hold until it doesn't, right? Like, imagine taking some profits a little bit. That's all I mean. Not financial. It's just all I'm suggesting to you guys. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ, right? To mine all these other lines here. Look at this angled line, this trend line of support that we have, that we projected out for a long time. So far holding up for us. But again, don't do it until it's too, like, again, the better times to have been taking profits were obviously when we came up here. We even told people where to look out to take profits, and it came back down, hit it almost to a T, and it's come back down, then bounced off again, almost to a T, back actually to a T, and it's trended on. Guys, you're still in massive profit positions to be realized. If you took any position down here, I'm free and clear. So I've just been kind of like in this holding pattern right now, but that's all I'm suggesting to you. The Russell, still same thing. We have this long-term trend line right here. See this trend line right here? Still in place, still intact. Consider taking profits before you reach it all the way. We're still above this short-term line, of which was once resistance. Hopefully it holds up as support, and we find ourselves kind of ping-ponging, going sideways here. But again, nobody knows. So just be an active profit taker. The SPX, or I should say S&P 500. Again, I think there's a good chance for, I've been showing this for a long time, for a cup and handle pattern to play out, but you don't want to be taking profits down here in the bottom, right? You want to be entering in positions, if anything, down here on these bottoms of these patterns, if they potentially play out. Again, you're in this massive profit taking position. You're still above this average of a trend line of support that you have here. Take them while they're there. If you've done anything here, at least consider taking them while you're there, right? Nobody knows it, one way or another. Don't let anybody fool you with that stuff. You'd hate to just hold on indefinitely until you're not in profits anymore. Like, realize them while they're there. Market Cipher B, S&P, we have this long, really, really not very strong angle at all happening for the anchor waves, but we're still in a really good position when you're looking at it that way. The NASDAQ, NASDAQ right here, we are in the position to come all the way back down and retest it yet again. Yeah, we did wick through them, but so far, on average, this trend line is holding up as far as sell pressure happens. The Dow Jones, a little bit different, right? A little bit different. We did recently cut through that, but 1, 2 out of 3, still showing me an average, and still that until that average actually either equalizes or breaks down yet again, making 3 over 2. I'm going to hold that line and just trend it out or project it outwards and see what the trend has in store for us. That's what I'm seeing for the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the Russell, the SP. Guys, be taking profits while profits are there, and then none of this really affects you all too much. Like, you're not as emotional as some people have been in the markets. I'm just waiting. I think there is room for some downside. Like, I really do. As a matter of fact, again, before we move on, I just want to share with you guys 200 SMA strategy that I've shared and I've used, especially in the traditional market, along with a 4x4 DCA strategy. If you guys don't know about them, check them out on our YouTube channel. It's there, saved in the pre-recorded videos, guys. It explains things very, very well. That's what I'm pointing out here, right? 200 SMA strategy is basically 20 years of price data telling us if everything goes wrong, we should be seeing a flooring position, not based on my opinion, but based on 20 years of price data. Whenever the price action cuts below the 200 SMA on the daily time frame for 15 to 20 days or more, 20 years of price data tells us that we realistically, with ebbs and flows, could see ourselves come all the way down to this range of right about 25,496 and then start seeing a flooring position. You guys might be saying, Tank, what does a flooring position look like on the daily time frame? When you're looking at Market Cipher B, you're looking at these valleys of the shadow of death, right? Like mountain range, mountain range, mountain range, mountain range, the deep valleys within the shadow. That's what a flooring position kind of looks like, right? These deep anchors in reverse are kind of also a reflection of what that representation kind of looks like, or what it may illustrate. But that's what we're looking for, right? We don't know where the bottom is. We just know on average where it could start based on 20 years of price data. And if, again, don't believe me, let me show you guys on the monthly time frame. Again, please keep in mind, this is a strategy that uses the daily. So it's a lot. You have to be very active in doing so. But as you guys can see here, I've measured it out. If we're looking at things on the monthly, but if we were on the daily, just pulling the chart back and pulling the chart back and pulling the chart back, on average, the price data in the markets is telling us that even if everything goes to hell in a handbasket, we should start seeing the flooring position happen somewhere around here. So use a dynamic DCA strategy, maybe entering a little bit before that area, a little bit right at, a little bit underneath, a little bit beyond that, because we never know where momentum's going to take us. But if you were doing so, you're being really, really conservative. You're being smart, in my humble opinion. And you can see this in the past here for the Dow Jones. We were eyeballing this zone, 27,638, right? We didn't get there, but again, we got close to where the flooring position should have been taking place. That's the whole point, right? We got really, really close. So I didn't hit it for the Dow Jones, but I hit it for the NASDAQ. I hit it for the S&P for sure. So, if I'm, again, it's all about averages. 2 out of 3, I'm winning. And that's all that matters, right? So again, if you guys were looking at using the 200 SMA strategy, using a dynamic 4x4 DCA strategy, you would have been DCAing a little bit beforehand. Let me show you guys what that really looks like when you hit it. This is the NASDAQ on the daily. You see the old? You see the old here, this white line right here? See how it nailed it so many times, give us so many times to take profits, so many opportunities to take profits. We murdered it here. murdered here. On average, it was telling us when price action cut below the 200 SMA for more than 15 to 20 days on the daily time frame, that a flooring position over 20 years of price data was telling us a flooring position should be happening right around here. But guess what? It sure as hell did. It sure is, and it held up quite beautifully a number of times, right? And so it came down here, bounced really well, got rejected off the 200 SMA again, came back down, bounced, got rejected off the 200 SMA, bounced yet again on an average, right? And then went on it to make its massive run. Again, we were laddering in a little bit before, a little bit right before it, a little bit underneath, a little bit underneath that. First of four DCA strategy. Killed it. We only got the first entry out of the four, but again, the idea on a 4x4 DCA strategy is protect yourself. So again, I know I'm kind of ranting. I get really focused on that, and that's not what I'm meaning to do for today's video or ever, to be honest with you. I'm very passionate about it. I just don't want people to be unprepared, like follow the channel, subscribe, reshare it with people. Hey, clip this one little section that might be interesting to you. If you guys might be like, hey, what is Tank talking about? Go back and watch it on YouTube or rewind it here, or even send me a DM. I don't mind sharing this and like explaining it to people. I don't know it all, but like, this is my plan. It's made me a lot of money. So that's just food for thought for you guys, right? Killed it for the NASDAQ. The Russell, again, look, guys, the Russell, same thing. We didn't really partake in the Russell here, but it's the same thing, right? Like if on average you were laddering into these zones here, you're in profits right here. S&P, we did murder it. Look at this. It came down exactly to our old 200 SMA strategy. That's this zone right here, right? Came down to it almost exactly, and we got our first buy zone a little bit before, a little bit right before it, a little bit underneath that, but we got just on that, and boom, had a massive run. I don't know. Proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is, I guess I don't have to try to convince. But again, if it falls, guys, I'm looking all the way down here for the S&P. The NASDAQ, I'm looking all the way down here, which is 9,258 for the S&P. Like if that recession doesn't happen, if the China and things escalate and conflicts and stuff like that, you got to be prepared. The Dow Jones, same thing. I'm looking all the way down here, right, for the new zone. You got to be prepared. Right now, the 200 SMA is holding up for those indexes, but be prepared. Let's move off the index charts. Let's get into the DXY having some strength here. Let's get into, let me see here. What are we looking at? Let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down today 1.7%. Although like it's kind of hard. Let me excuse me. Let me go into another chart here for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin chart, you can see here, we have this long-term trend line, again, daily time frame, right? If you just pull it all the way back and pull it out, my lines always get messed up here. I don't know why that happens, but you guys can see this here. We have this long-term trend line. This goes all the way back to 2016 right here, right? And things don't necessarily have to like touch the trend line. It could come down, look at it, glance it, nip it, touch the net, but it still hold true. Like we have this long-term trend line for the price action. We're still above it right now. We need to stay above it right now. We are coming up into the anticipation phase of the next halving. That next halving is somewhere around here in April 2024. Not very far from now. Actually, where are we right now? How many days is that? From here to there. It's like what, 200 days? No, less than that. 205 days, give or take, right? That's not long at all. That's not long at all. We just need to hold up above this range here. Again, that range, that price action range is somewhere between 24. I'd give it even some wiggle room, like 23 to where we are right now. It needs to hold. If it doesn't, we broke in structure, and that's going to be really concerning, right? Super, super concerning. Be mindful of that, and be aware. Those long-term structures. Look at this. Ever since all the way back in 2011, when we have these structures, they haven't broken yet. So this would be literally the time that it's different. It would be literally different this time, and you got to be ready for it. And that saying, I know people are like, oh, it's different this time. But like, it would be so true. It would be so true, especially what's happening out there fundamentally. So be ready, right? Even with the Bitcoin ETF, be freaking ready. Let's see here on the daily time for some interesting things. on the daily time frame. Yesterday had a little green dot. I guess if you go, let me look at this real quick. Yep. Yeah, yesterday we had a bit of a rally here. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we had a bit of a rally here. It was really, really interesting with the price action from the lows to the highs. We rose 3.25%, right? That was really interesting. But of course, people aren't convinced, so they're taking profits. You got to be a profit taker when profits are there. Like I said, make sure you're doing so. This is on the 1 hour. If you guys don't know, basically all of that pump that we had is getting taken away from us yet again, right? So again, you guys, whenever you see these weird opportunities, take them. Look right here. Everybody was like, oh, when that news broke, right? Pump, pump, pump. You got to take profits because look, now we're back. Now we're back even lower than where we were back there. We're still trending lower. We're still trending on the 1 hour. Oops, go away lines. On the 1 hour, look, we're still trending lower, right? We have a resistance line on the 1 hour here. You gotta pay those things mind. So if you go on the 4 hour here for wick high, you can see, boom, we got a trend line of resistance. Like if it comes back up here, 26 better be taking profits. That's all I got to say about that. We still have a trend line of support underneath us, about 23 something with some change, basically 24, but be mindful of it, my friends. Ethereum, and then we're going to get into some Cosmos stuff. Ethereum basically still going sideways. It's been ranging for a while now within this price point of basically like, what do you want to call it? Like 1,200 to where we are right now, give or take, a couple $100. It's really, really interesting. It's super interesting. Matter of fact, it's been such a long time. Let me see if I can find this for you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this for you guys. Is it still ultrasound money? Okay. Yeah, this is it. Hold on 1 second. Let's take a look at this real quick. So this is Ethereum on the 7-day. On the 7-day. Oh, look. It's still underneath on the 30-day. It's still underneath the supply line here. But that look how it's rising back up again. I haven't looked at this in a while. It was deflationary, super deflationary, deflationary. I hope that we see this on the 30-day, bounce off this line here and then come back down and start trending back down again. The supply change in the 30-day is negative 656 in comparison to being proof of work or whatnot. But again, if you go to the day-to-day, I don't know what's more important. Let me see here. On the 1 day, we're kind of trying to trend back down. It popped back up. On the 1 day, we're adding 199 ETH. I think on the 7-day, it's 7-day and the 30-day is more important to me. So this isn't good, right? The ultrasound narrative, not so much there anymore. But I don't know. I don't want to say but. There's a lot of things with ETH, man. That's all. I feel like that's a whole nother stream for a whole nother time. I feel like. Let's get off of that real quickly. Let's go back into the charts. Let's talk about Atom. Let's look at the price action real quickly for Atom. Excuse me. Damn allergies. Let's look at the price action real quickly for Atom. And then let's go ahead and jump on into the Cosmos ecosystem and see what's happening there in regards to governance and price action for some of these assets as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Atom first and foremost. We're taking a look at things on the daily time frame. We are seeing a little bit of a rally when it comes to Atom's price points. I'm going to say this again. I'm just reading the charts for what they are. We have this down trend line of resistance here, which is right around 740, 750. We also have on average price action here, a point of interest that I've been pointing out for a long, long time, about 750. Even if price action rises us back up to those zones, please consider taking profits while it's there. Like, I'm not trying to tell you guys that don't be bullish on Atom, interoperability, the Cosmos Hub, and all this other stuff, but it's just price action, right? We're just clearly talking about price action. There's going to be some volatility here. There's going to be some resistance. There's going to be some selling happening right at this zone of right about 740, 750. It's strong. Like, look, the 200 SMA is coming down to it. Long-term trend line of resistance. We have an interest line on average, if you zoom out in the past, of previous resistance and or support. 750 is going to be a critical place. If we falter, guys, again, the next zones, and this is just from previous price action. It doesn't take changes to do all of this stuff. You just got to kind of be unbiased. Of interest for me, though, for the Atom price point is going to be $6.79. Well, no, I'm sorry, $6.15. I was reading something else here. $6.15. That's going to be the next zone of interest for me, and then $4.60. I hate to say this. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just being real for the IBC gang, for the Cosmos ecosystem. I don't think Atom. I don't like a lot of people when I say 80 cents. Everybody's like, it'd be done by then. Like you might as well just. I don't think so at all. And let me tell you guys why. Right in 2020, price action brought us all the way down to right about $1.08, and then we had this mass. Like I know things are different. The structure is always different, but price action can definitely travel there. The only reason I'm saying 80 cents and not that low is because, again, I'm talking purely as an investor, as somebody trying to make money on the price action alone. You have to kind of give yourself a little bit more wiggle room, because if it goes down to there, you never know how far momentum's gonna take you. We can travel past the dollar, get into that 80 cents range. What's up, Marcher? What's up, Marcher? Appreciate you being here, man. It could definitely take you to that range, right? So you got to be prepared for it. You just got to be prepared for it. And so be on the lookout for that. Price action, could definitely take us there. There are some interesting things happening when it comes to Atom and the Cosmos Hub. Let me actually bring this up right now. This is MintScan, and I'm using the old school MintScan, 9090 Boo Boo, stick your head in doo doo. You guys are using the new one. I'm using still the old one because I prefer using the old one because I'm old. The proposals, there's no active proposals right now. For the hub, the recent ones that passed were proposal 819 and 821. 819 was the reallocation prop 72, funding from P2P to Neutron. That passed. And then there was a software upgrade that passed as well, V12 software upgrade, which is great. And for the sake of this video, since it's also already passed and, there's nothing much more to say. Nothing more to say about this. I'm just going to kind of like leave out the technicals of it. It's great when we have a software upgrade, especially when everything doesn't go off without a hitch. It's great, right? Like keep it up and going. So that's that for the Cosmos Hub. As far as governance goes, there are still active players in the game trying to find value captures for Atom. I personally believe, again, like I've said many, many times in the past, that interoperability is the key to mass adoption, especially when it comes to protocols that are facilitating services or use cases, whether they're in Web 2, Web 3, or they're trying to bridge TradeFi and DeFi, or call it fintech, whatever crazy thing you want to call it. I really do believe that interoperability is the gate and the key. It is the barrier and the access point when it comes to mass adoption. Again, I'm a little bit biased, but I will say I think the Cosmos ecosystem by far, even though just about everybody else right now that is launching tokens or has protocols out there in the crypto landscape now, is all about interoperability, right? It seems like they're just now catching up to it. Matter of fact, shout out to Cryptocito. I think he just said it in his recent video in regards to DOT and Cosmos. Like, I think he said the same thing. Like, everybody in their mama now is all focused about interoperability. They're all trying to interop. Cosmos has been, and I think still currently is, the best player in the game when it comes to real widespread crypto interoperability throughout, especially when we're talking about sovereignty and the way that is actually dealt out to the protocols. I think the Cosmos SDK, the Cosmos Hub is by far the leader in the pack. It's been the leader in the pack. Price action might not agree with us in that kind of way, and that's kind of subjective as well with your opinion. If you try to talk to everybody that bought Cosmos all the way down here, like to them, I don't know what you guys are talking about, right? Like I bought a little bit there, not all of my. Well, I've already taken profit, so it's like free and clear. But I know, it's all subjective to your own position. So I will say there is some working when it comes to finding value captures for the Cosmos Hub. And there's dedicated people that are trying to work on that. And, it's a double-edged sword, but I firmly believe, and this is why I've kind of staked my flag, labeled it IBC gang and whatnot. I'm a little bit biased, obviously, but I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. I'm in, right? Like, I'm in. That's why I cover Cosmos content, because I truly do believe that this ecosystem is the most decentralized, interoperable platform or ecosystem by far in the crypto landscape, and that is the Cosmos ecosystem, the IBC gang, right? Like, by far. And so, it has its pitfalls, and it has its rewards, it has its pros and cons, but it is what it is. And when you're talking about game changing technology, things that could literally change the world, there's an old saying, right? And it's so cliche, I'm sure you guys have heard it. When it comes to investing into those kind of things, investing into technology that could potentially change the way we go about doing things, you need to give it time to actually do so. You can't get shook from the branch or shook from your tree every single time what you want doesn't go happen, right? Like, it's a developing thing. It's a large task. It's a huge goal. Things are going to be bumpy. If you're really truly in it for the changing of your life, right? Whether it's financially or the way that you socially or professionally interact with people, right? You got to be in it. If not, then don't lie to yourself. You're just speculating, and that's cool. That's great. Like, get in, get out, whatever. But like, do you really truly believe in it or not? Not financial advice. I'm just asking people, try to make up your mind about it, right? Like, don't be so flimsy about your beliefs. Um, and/or it would help. Don't risk things that you can't, because it sometimes affects what you believe when you see financial valuations get lowered and rise at the same time. People's opinions go, all bullish when things are price points are up, but when they're down, all of a sudden it's like, even though it's the same thing, people are like, wait a minute. Anyway, hand pinky waving. I learned this, a little bit of that, why people actually raise their pinky when they drink. One, because we're bougie like that. It's about a little food for thought. I'm ranting. Sorry, last one. I promise. Next week is going to be structured. It's because back in the day when spices were like really, really a thing and really, really valuable, you would conserve your spices by pinching them with your pinky and thumb to sprinkle it on things. And if you had condensation on your glass, you'd sometimes pick up too much spices and it would be considered rude. And so people of that stature used to raise their pinky. And so that only some condensation would be on their thumb, but it would be dry on their pinky so that they could not pick up as much spices. Now you know, right? A man of knowledge and sophistication. Anyway, guys, that's what we got going on for Atom, the Cosmos Hub. Um, Again, transparency report to you guys. I'm always going to be as transparent as possible. I did put in a funding request for my personal channel to hopefully receive funding in regards to the Atom Accelerator DAO. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, man. I truly do believe, that the more impressions that we can make as content creators, Cito got it. I hope everybody else gets, a portion of some kind of support. The more impact we can make in getting more awareness, more eyes on, more people into the ecosystem. I know I personally, I should have put this on my application, but I know personally, and I've been allowed to say this because they've said this themselves, and they basically gave me the okay. Through my videos, I'm so floored. This is the biggest compliment I could ever have gotten. Have brought on people into the ecosystem who are now active validators on the Atom Hub and who have brought hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of assets because of my videos. And that's that wasn't the aim, but that's such a huge compliment to hear and know that people are partaking in the network, validating the network, relaying stuff, doing what they're doing because they watch your videos. So that's awesome. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, they could use your delegations. Crypto Dungeon here is on the bottom of the active set. They're trying to beat out crypto.com, which again, we want to beat out centralized exchanges, right? They're not far from it, guys. If you guys can delegate some of your Atom to Crypto Dungeon, that would mean the world to me. They have their infrastructure is amazing. They run things with a lot of redundancies. They're professional. They're doctors by the daylight, right? At nighttime, they're Batman, and they're here as Crypto Dungeon at nighttime. But professional people, NFT game coming out, which is super, super unique. And they run Validator, not just the Cosmos Hub, but throughout the Cosmos ecosystem, right? They could definitely use your delegations. Consider delegating some of it to Crypto Dungeon. They've personally bot. Do you guys want to talk about people who have skin in the game? Like Crypto Dungeon, uh, they have like their own skin in the game. You can see they've self-bonded 1,288 Atom themselves. They put their money where their mouth is, and like guys, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the videos. So hopefully, what I'm trying to get at is hopefully the Atom Accelerator DAO and the Cosmos ecosystem, the community sees the value that we do and doesn't just look at like subjective dumb things like subscriber counts, which we are monetized on YouTube and everywhere else, but still it's like, yeah. So full transparency, expect a little bit more structure going forward next week. Just letting y'all know. Trying to get some love going on, man. Trying to get some love going on over here. Anyway, that's what we got for Atom here. Let's go ahead, take a look at some of the other Cosmos ecosystem assets that are out there in our ecosystem. We're going to take a look at Secret's down right now, 0.66%. Again, we are looking at things on the daily time frame. It is trading at just under 26 cents. Juno right now basically flat. It's trying to stay above 13 cents. I've transparency report again. I'm active. I'm super active, guys. If you guys don't think I'm active in a lot of places. I'm trying to contribute where I can. But I'm on the Juno working group. The Juno community is going through structural changes for their governance. Not really, but like they're with how that works. I'm alive. Chicken Tacos, what's up, man? I've been nominated, or I've been spoken about being on the operational council for the charter. I guess that's what it's called. It's a charter. It's, I think, going up on Commonwealth. So if you guys want to know more about Juno and the Commonwealth and the things that are happening there, like a lot of things happening there in regards to that. There's also, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of alpha. I talked to Sen, from Migaloo, Whitewell, and the Cell program and everything else early this morning. And as always, it was a great conversation. Be on the lookout. I'm going to share one more thing with you guys. I want everything to work for Juno, right? Like I'm doing my best that I absolutely can to walk that fine line, to bring value back, to bring organization, to bring true leadership and skill sets at where I can. I will say right now, do not sleep on Balanced DAO. You guys know about Balanced DAO who have been following me. Balanced DAO is a way for you, the Juno participants, stakeholders, validators, developers, core members, whoever, to hedge against yourselves and to allow yourself to have options and or possibilities. Balanced DAO allows you to swap into a balance token, then giving you the opportunity to balance out the social and financial responsibility or burden within the Juno ecosystem, thus creating options further and organically beyond what you've been used to. Guys, we're looking for multi-sig members. Currently, I know it's been, I purposely took a back seat because I wanted to see how the Juno working group played out, this charter plays out, the sale program plays out, everything play out. Now with what happened with the sale program, and I don't know why, but us deciding to give away more Juno to a liquid staking derivative that does not do anything for us. I'm going to be super, super active, and I'm being super, super transparent as possible as I possibly can be. I'm going to be super active in promoting Balanced DAO. You need to swap Juno to get balance. Yeah, I'll just save it for that. Make Juno MJGA. Nice. Make Juno great again. I like it. I like it. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm on all of these other things, and I'm just working towards it as best as I possibly can, and for everybody's best benefit. Evmos up actually 3.55% today. And it's interesting. It's trading just above 6 cents. I think Balance could even work for Evmos. Balance could work for Stargaze. Balance could work for a lot of different chains. It could also work for Hua too, right? Like that balance concept could work for a lot of different chains. Just putting it out there. But yeah, Evmos up and out. Actually, let's take a look real quickly, and then let's wrap this up really quickly. Is there anything happening as far as governance goes for all of these other chains? I don't think so. Like I think there is a couple of things happening, but let me actually just go ahead and take a look at things real quickly. In this regards here, Akash is doing super well too, guys. Akash, by the way, before we go off, Akash was doing super well recently. Look at this. Hold the phone. Look at this chart. It's down today. But what goes up must come down, right? This is on the big trek chart. This, you guys know, I used to goof off. I stopped doing it because it just weirds me out. But from the average load here to where they look at that 650% in 50 days, basically. That's insane. From this wick load out, that's insane. That's insane. Look here from KuCoin, Akash on KuCoin. This is even a better representation, right? Like let's just say from the lows here, 2022 in November 2022 to where they are right now, that's 500%. 500%. Holy smoky smokes. Matter of fact, I think I actually have some Akash unbonding. Didn't I say I have some Akash unbonding? I have some Akash unbonding. Y'all thought I was nuts. Y'all thought I was nuts. I'm not nuts. I'm trying to make the profit right now. Shout outs to Akash, man. Shout outs to Pastor. Shout outs to all the Akash team and what they're trying to work on. Interesting stuff, man. Super interesting stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look right now. As far as proposals, they do have a community. Oops, you guys can't see this. I'm sorry. They do have a boop. You can see right here a community pool spend, adding full Akash support and features to the Cosmos MetaMask. Interesting, bullish. So that's cool for Akash. Let's go and take a look at a couple other Archway. I think Archway has some proposals going on right now as well. Guys, look at all these chains being IBC. Man, look at that. This is the Cosmos ecosystem. This is what I'm talking about. Governance communities spend guardrails. So they have one happening right now as far as that goes. If you guys are active in an Archway, take a look at that. I know Kava's been just under the radar, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Neutron, actually, I think Neutron has some crazy stuff happening as well right now. No, there's no. Oh, there's no proposal. That's right. That's right. Proposals for Kava. Nope. I'm just going to go through some of the bigger ones, right? Proposals for Osmosis right here. Come on now. No active one that I see right now for Osmosis. Hua. Let's check out our favorite doggy. Everything passed right now for Hua. I don't want, like, if I'm leaving out any of you guys too, if you guys see, you guys are devs, you guys see you guys' favorite projects. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just talking about the ones that are, more headline news worthy. Injective right now. They do have they have two votings happening right now. Adjust trade and earn reward points. Oh no, that's just one. Sorry. That's just one happening right now. Shout outs to Injective. They were doing pretty well too. What's Injective at? Injective was doing pretty well as well. Injective. Yeah, oh my gosh. Take a look at this chart, guys. Don't tell me there was. Look at this chart. Oh my goodness. And you know what? We charted this. Look at this 4x4 DCA strategy. We charted this. Look at that. Pow. Look at that. Look at that from that line. From our line right here to where it is right now. You're up 479%. Man. Oh man. Tell your mama, man. Corium IBC is Corium IBC is enabled. Nice. When did that actually happen? Chicken tacos, you've been talking about that forever. I wish my GPUs were up to par. Yeah, me too. I only have a couple of them, the 30 something series that are kind of like in their range. That's awesome. Oh, sorry. I don't even have it up here. My bad. That's awesome. Let's take a look at Evmos real quickly. Proposal for Evmos. They got one going on right here. IBC registration for Tashi. I'm sorry. Let's go right here. So again, if you guys are still in Evmos, I got some Evmos still staking. Juno proposals. No active proposals right now. Am I missing anything else here, guys? I'm not missing anything else here. Stargaze? Stargaze got anything going on? Shout out to Stargaze as well, guys. NFT Nashville. Stargaze is what like started it all for us. They were the first ones. Is like, yeah, let's help you out. Guys, speaking of that, actually, let me I'm so before. Yeah, I got you. Let me actually real quick, guys. I know I said this a couple of times actually. Let me actually show you guys NFT Nashville and close out with this, guys. If you guys don't know, NFT Nashville is an event that myself, Cosmos Joe, and the fellas from Cosmos Spaces, which is Little Gains and Shroot, have started. We started this journey to bring you guys a event here in this United States, focusing on the innovation and what the NFT community within Cosmos has done thus far, and what it can be doing, and what NFTs should be looking like, and what will possibly be looking like in the future. We're putting on this event on November 4th here in Nashville. Tickets are for sale right now. If you guys don't know, you guys can go and check out this link right here. It's just nftnashville.io. Definitely check it out, guys. You guys can buy yourself a ticket. It's $80 a ticket. It's not that expensive. And even if you guys don't go, you guys can't go, and you guys just want to support, consider buying a ticket and like maybe doing something with like a giveaway or something like that with your favorite NFT community. That would be massive as well, right? That would really be beneficial as well. Tickets can be bought using Atom and or USD. I'm sorry, yeah, USD. If you just want to buy it with regular fiat money, by checking out nftnashville.omniflix.co. Guys, Omniflix has helped us out, has partnered with guys. Everything that we've done thus far is just so ideal, so perfect. It's exactly what we've always wanted. Partnering, collaborations with different protocols and platforms within the Cosmos ecosystem. Such a great example of Stargaze and Omniflix, like just saying, let's get this done, right? So Stargaze, our main sponsor, Omniflix coming in right behind him saying, hey, let's help you with the tickets. Let me help you with all these other things. So guys can buy tickets. Check out the main link. Check out the tickets, guys. $80. There's not a lot of tickets available because it's a smaller event, because we're trying to keep things low, right? As far as cost goes, we've gotten all of our funding through sponsorships. We did not go to the community pool. We did not ask for grants or nothing like that. Well, we did, but we got rejected for the grants. So we just did it on our own, right? And we've literally really bootstrapped this whole thing with the community. So if you guys have ever wanted to support, if you guys have ever wanted to meet Joe, myself, any of these guys, excuse me, any of these guys who are our sponsors, I implore you guys, consider it, right? Like, I get it. Times are hard right now. Trust you me, I get it. But let me show you guys what we got going on here, right? And we're actually adding, we got some alpha for you guys as well. We're actually adding to these sponsors right here. We have Stargaze. These are all of our premium sponsors, right? Stargaze, Gelato, Astrovault. Guys, shout outs to the Astrovault team. You guys don't know, like, talking about some giga brains, as Robo from the Rack FM like to say. Speaking of Rack FM, look at that. They're a sponsor as well. Astrovault, Eric and Ethan, Gigabrains, guys. Like, if you guys can, check out Astrovault. Definitely a very unique platform and decks to be partaking on. Bad Kids, the one and only Bad Kids. So if you guys have been in the Cosmos ecosystem, you guys know a little bit about NFTs within the Cosmos ecosystem. There's like two heavyweights, right? Right now, there's Bad Kids and there's Passage, the Strange Clan NFTs, which shout out to them. They're actually doing their thing. Unfortunately, they didn't sponsor us, but they should have. They should have. Looking at you. I'm looking at you guys. But Bad Kids right now coming in, one of the most sought after, one of the most expensive, one of the most well-known NFTs within our space is going to be there. They're going to be speaking. Omniflix, obviously a sponsor of our Game of Nodes. If you guys don't know these gentlemen from the Game of Nodes, there are 4 different validators who run operations within the Cosmos ecosystem, run relayers, validation services, and much more. They have a YouTube channel. They put out content, like, super underutilized, understressed, and super cool dudes. Check them out. Game of Nodes on YouTube. I highly suggest you guys do that. I'm not that guy that's going to hide the information of water in the desert. You guys got to check them out. Matter of fact, check out all of these guys. Drop them a follow for all of these. Quantum Club, which again came in clutch with Astrovault, separate, but they're the NFT side of things over here is Quantum Club. Again, another huge up and coming NFT platform, NFT play within this space. ONFT, one of the bigger collections, one of the well-known entities within the NFT space for Cosmos. Atlas NFT, you guys know Jacob. Jacob's everywhere. You guys know Atlas. Cool story about Atlas. The Juno community chipped in all together, and like they still anonymously don't want me to tell anybody who it was, but like they sponsored him. They said he deserves to be on there. That was so cool to see happen. Cosmos Spaces, women from Cosmos. You guys know Maria, again, one of the Genesis Stargaze projects, more well-known projects. She's everywhere. She has projects and collaborations with just about everybody that wants to be anything in this space. She's been featured even outside of the Cosmos ecosystem with her work. Super, super grateful for her. Interblock, another validator, another big NFT believer who operates Interblock, supporting Terra Spaces. Y'all know Finn. Y'all know our boy Finn. Y'all know how much work he's been doing. For real, he like, again, another sponsor, Maneki Neko. I gotta put it where you guys gotta put them, where the love is. You can't just be not putting any kind of honey in the pot. Rack FM, shout outs to the Rack community, and Crypto Dungeon, another validator, NFT project, and entities in the space who are just doing amazing things. And then a little bit of alpha. I might be speaking a little bit beforehand, but we've been verbally told by Alpha Growth that they want to also be sponsors. We're just waiting for sponsorship funds to actually be collected. And then we're also told that there's a possibility of Gravity actually also being a sponsor to the event. So lots of sponsors, a lot of platforms, protocols, people and team who have been really helping out, doing tremendous work within the Cosmos ecosystem. Shout outs to all of you guys. We can't say any more great things about each and every single one of you guys, not just because they're sponsors, right? But like, obviously, we've had strong relationships with all these entities and people within our space for a long time between all of us. And like, these guys, I'm telling you right now, they're the examples, right? They're the examples of head down build, just value capture, like just go, right? And so like, shout outs to all of you guys. I do want to say, I don't know if I'm speaking, because I'm doing this beforehand, but I want to be forthcoming and transparent as possible. I want to give a big shout outs to our friend Shroot, who is this gentleman right here, who has been on our team from the very, very get-go, from the inception. Unfortunately, Shroot has decided there's too much stressors happening in life. So Shroot has stepped down, but he's not like, he didn't just like drop the ball. He's like he's decided to step down from the organization and planning of this event to handle other things. So I just want to say, from the bottom of my soul and as a friend and as a person, I'm super, super grateful to have been able to watch him work. He's done so much work in bringing all of this to light, so much in the planning, a lot of stuff. Like, I got to meet with him and share a drink with him in person when he came down earlier. He saw the office, the space, and whatnot when he did. I'm super, super grateful to you, bud. And for whatever reason and for all reasons, it doesn't even matter. I will always consider you highly in regards to anything, as far as a friend, a person in the space, everything like that. So I just wanted to be upfront. Shroot is stepping down, has stepped down. And if you guys don't see, I don't know if we're going to take the image off or not, but it's up to him. I just want to be upfront with you guys, right? And so I don't know if we are going to be looking for a replacement to fill his shoes, or if it's even needed at this point. A lot of the work has been done, and thanks to Shroot and everybody else. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to put that out there. But yeah, consider buying tickets, guys. Check out the link, please do. Again, you can buy it with Atom, you can buy it with USD. I really would appreciate it. I know a lot of other people would really appreciate it. We're trying to do our best in putting on a good event and showing everybody that we can do things transparently, realistically, financially, and scale going forward. Also, don't forget, if you guys want to take a look at Nashville before BTC conference in Nashville 2024 happens, now's your chance, right? And we're also aiming to be a satellite event for that humongous conference, which is usually held in Miami. So yeah. Anyway, guys, you guys be good. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Probably one of the last ones for a while that's going to have me just really, really ranting. I'm going to be a little bit more structured going forward. So I'll be shorter streams, a lot more structure going forward because I want to show by example. I did put in a request to get funding. But in any case, love you guys to death. Thank you, Cosmos Ecosystem. Thank you, IBC gang. I'll see you guys on the